Hello, my name is Ian, and today I'd like to share with you real quick about why you shouldn't just cut the default cube when you're using Boxcutter. And that sounds kind of silly, but a lot of people in demos and stuff are just cutting the default cube. And so I keep seeing that a lot, and I keep thinking that's how you start using it. But that's not true. You can use more interesting shapes to start with, and I would argue that you should do that. A process that I like to use when I'm using Boxcutter is to first model the primary shape and then work on the secondary details, like these parts in Boxcutter, in a different stage. So if you look at this object, it's actually pretty simple. I did start with a cube, but I did some mesh modeling and made it a bit different, actually, to fit to this base mesh here. And then I came through in a different stage and used Boxcutter to add these details in. So that's the basic idea of what I wanted to share with you. I also wanted to share real quick how you can cut weird shapes, kind of like this one, and still have nice clean lines. So I've been using Boxcutter for a while, and I've noticed that when I try to cut something that's like really strange and curved like this, often I will end up with a kind of strange orientation. So like, what the heck even is that? Okay, that's a little better. It actually used the normal that time. But this is such a strange orientation, and I guess you might want that sometimes. But I found a good way to cut strange things like this is to actually go into a side view. So I hit my 1 key, or if you like, you can just hit one of these axes. So once you go into a side view like this, go up here where it says Object, and I've actually got my top bar enabled. There's a video about that. But if you don't have something up here, you can just go right-click up here and show tool settings. So up here, if you click this little drop-down near where it says Object, you can change the way the cutter is oriented to start with. So you can orient it with the cursor, or you can orient it with world, which is what I'm going to use right now. So I'm in my side view, and I set the orientation to world. Now if I cut here, it's a straight-on cut, and that's actually really nice. I've got this nice slice in here. And it's actually kind of wonky still, I think, just because I have the object rotated strangely. But the cut is a nice slice right through, and that's nice. So the way I wanted to cut this was actually using the Ngon draw method. And a good way to cut custom shapes like that is to hold down Control, and that way your lines will snap to very specific angles. So to go out of this mode, I just hit Tab, and then it's all the way over here, but that's alright. I can just hit E or O, so E will extrude it one way, and O will offset it the other way. So in this case, I'd like to hit E, and just cut right through there. And as you can see, I'm getting some weird stuff going on here. I actually like to make this a slice instead of a cut. You can't see that just because I'm in local mode. But so to fix these artifacts, you just hit L, and you'll notice the outline turns green when you do that. And then you can left click and apply it. And once again, my cutter disappeared because I'm in local view. So if you go out of local view, and you can see all these objects here that weren't in local view with me. So now I can just jiggle this around until I don't see any artifacts. And sometimes you will just see artifacts. It doesn't really matter what you do, which kind of stinks, but often you can get rid of a whole lot of them just by moving around your shape here. And that's alright. There's still a little bit of stuff going on here, but So to fix that, you might want to work with the bevel. And in HardOps, you can actually do that by hitting Q and bevel helper. Or even, yeah, bevel helper. Bevel helper is what you want. So you can work on that. That might fix all my problems over here. Let's see. Yeah, that actually fixes a whole lot of the problems. And there's a little bit going on here, but I think I found the perfect place. Alright, I'll just keep it there for now. And keep the tutorial short. So there you go. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can do with Boxcutter, and good ways to use it. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you again later. If you want to get this pack of hydraulics for Blender, there's a link in the description. Just enter your email and I'll send them right over. Cheers!